just resigned as well. So yeah,
has he resigned as well?
Yeah, apparently so. Apparently, well, you know, it's looking like that. Like so, but this is now replacing Oprah anyway. So this is like the next.
It's replacing Oprah.
It's On the Sofa with Dan. Here we go.
We are now live on Facebook.
We're live now. Yeah, we're absolutely live. I can see our smiley faces. So welcome everybody to tonight's show from Sofa to Health with Momentum NRG Fitness, Tommy and Dan, and we've got an amazing celebrity guest today. We've got Alisha live online with us tonight. Super excited. I can see people are coming into the group as well. And Koreans went, oi, oi! How about that? Absolutely hyper tonight. So I can see the numbers are growing as we speak. So welcome everybody. I'll just give it a few more minutes. Hi Diane, how are you? Hope you're well. Oh, Corinne, woohoo! Welcome, Alisha, gorgeous girl. Well done. Amazing, fantastic. Yeah, I mean this is definitely replacing the Oprah Winfrey show going forward. I think we've lost Tommy actually. Tommy, have you disappeared?
I'm still here.
You're still here. It's like you've disappeared on the screen for a few minutes. So yeah, I've even turned my music off on my music tonight because I'm in a different environment. I've decided to be in my garden studio, which I built about 4 years ago to set up my online coaching business from Sofa to Health. So here we are, here tonight, and I'm just gonna get you back up on so I can see you guys. There
sounds very posh, that, doesn't it?
From
my garden studio. Aye, all right.
He is Oprah. He's got loads of money.
This is my sofa. It's like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's like being with your therapist. You know how, like, you know. Was
there not a program that was like people sitting on a sofa doing like a heart-to-heart thing?
Yeah,
it was like a TV
I think
program.
so.
I really
Yeah,
bad one, like, but
I think that's what our weekly sessions were like, Alisha. When we had them, it was like kind of you know, counselling sessions.
I'm not going to my work today. Oh, geez.
Let's just kind of dive into things then. So, Alisha, I want us to spin back like 6 months, like, you know, let's take us back to August and, you know, where you were and like, what were you struggling with before you came on board the plan?
So looking back, I was struggling a lot more then than I admitted I was. So I was struggling physically with the way I looked, not being able to fit in anything, not feeling comfortable in anything, taking like, I mean, I always already took like an hour to get ready, but I would take 2 or 3 hours to get ready because everything in the wardrobe would be on the floor because I just wouldn't feel comfortable or anything in it. And then I think mentally felt awful. We'd kind of been through that whole first wave and we were all very much like expected just to do it and get on with it. But actually we did it, but I'm not really sure how well we did it and how well we coped with it, especially just with my job and stuff, like coming out the other side and seeing the things that we've seen. And I kind of said to you as well, like I'm struggling like going back out into society and doing things because if anything was to happen to anyone that I know or love the way that it did, I was like, I don't know how I'll be able to cope with it. So I think physically and mentally, I was in quite probably a really bad place. And although I'm like the best person ever going, I'm fine. And I wasn't, like I really wasn't. So I think my weight was very much on top of the pandemic. I mean, we've all struggled with the pandemic. I'm not saying that we all haven't had our ups and downs with it, but my weight was very much the top of my issues list. And I feel like that was the main driver for me to make a change.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So yeah. I mean, obviously it was a tough time. You were kind of on you work on in a COVID ward and it's intense work for you.
Like my coping mechanism was eating too much and drinking a lot.
Okay.
And that was my I'm fine.
Okay, so like, tell me more, like, you know, how long had you been struggling with? Because I know that it wasn't just the...
No, like my weight
the-
has been up and down since I was, I don't know. I went from eating one cookie a day to and being like that to eating a lot and being a lot bigger, you know, and then I've just fluctuated and I've done Herbalife, I've done God, what are all the names of the other ones? I've done any Slim and Shake that you can think of with all the wee mad capsule things. I've done them. Any PTs, I've done loads of PTs. Spoke to you about, like, we did PTs and stuff at the gym. Like, I've done loads of different options, but
just
my
pause
weight
for,
just yo-yoed for years.
just pause for a second though. So I want you to go back, like, to how
Okay.
long, like, so that's what you tried. You've just stole Tommy's question there. That's
Sorry. My bad.
You've jumped onto the next question already, Alicia. Come on.
No, I didn't mean to.
No, like, let's go back, like, to, like, you know, you kind of reached out. I want to get to that. Like, obviously,
Right, okay.
I get that the COVID and like, you reached that point where, yeah, things were tough, like they've been for everybody, but this didn't just stem from that one period.
It's just my weight. I've always struggled with my weight. Like, I genuinely have just yo-yoed for so many years, like up and down, and it got to the point I was like, I need to do something about it. And I remember sitting with Liam and saying, look, I'm gonna have to do something about my weight. And we kind of sat and decided, like, Liam's great, and he was like, you know, whatever you want to do, I'll support you with it, whatever you want to do. He was like, but we just need to make sure that we find the right thing and that is right for you. So we remembered you from the gym, and that is kind of how we remembered you, because you were the one that, instead of just doing the PT, you actually would, like, ask people what they were eating. And I remember the diaries, the food diaries, and I remember you saying to people, like, I would be like eavesdropping from, like, the next machine as you were saying, oh, well, you could have made an improvement there, or your food diary's great this week. And I was like, well, why is he doing food diaries with them when he's doing PT? And that's kind of how we remembered you. And your laugh's very distinctive. We remembered that. And we were like, well, look for the guy with a funny laugh from the gym, because he looked like he would look at everything from your fitness to your what you're eating. And I remember sitting with Liam and talking about it, and we very much knew that food was more of my issue. Like, I've always been quite a fit, active person. I'm quite strong, I would say, as well. Like, I'm quite good in the gyms and running and activity. So I knew that food was my main issue. So actually looking for a PT wasn't necessarily the issue. I needed someone that was going to look at my food as well. And that's why we looked for you. So I got onto my Instagram and Facebook stalking, which I'm really good at. I was like, his name's Dan, and that's kind of how I found you.
Okay. So again, I want to go back to, like, I want you to tell me more. You've still not really kind of answered the question.
I don't know.
I know, like what were you struggling with, like, you know, in terms of like going into your wardrobe, like, you know, body confidence, energy levels,
like energy. Like, night shifts, I'd be exhausted. Day shifts, I'd be exhausted. Zero body confidence whatsoever. Like, would always be in something baggy. Would never be in something like that actually was flattering. Just zero. There was nothing really to say, because there was zero body confidence. So there's nothing really. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing else to say about it. There was just none.
So how was that?
Every selfie would be.
Sorry.
Every selfie, like, would be from here up. It would never actually have my body in it.
Wow.
Or my feet, just my feet. You know, like, there would literally be, like, no full body. I would never show myself. And, like, I know it sounds bad, but, like, I think for, like, a younger generation, doing, like, the whole selfies thing is actually a big part of, like, our day-to-day life, and doing, like, the whole Instagram thing, and, like, you know, it's a very big part of our day-to-day life. So then me not feeling confident to do that was actually really upsetting.
Okay.
Have I answered it yet?
Yeah. You pretty much have. Yeah, that
Yeah.
it was affecting. I think you mentioned earlier on in the conversation that it was affecting the clothes that you wear. So
Yeah.
that was taking you like 2 hours. Like, what was that like for you going into your wardrobe and not being able? Like, what was?
It was an absolute nightmare. Like, honestly, the amount of clothes I used to just buy, like, it actually cost me a fortune, to be honest, because every time we would go out, I would have to go buy a new outfit, because I would buy an outfit, wear it to the night out or whatever we were doing, the day out, the occasion, whatever it was. Then the next day or that night, I would see the pictures of me in it, hate it, and I would never wear it again. And it used to cost me an absolute fortune. I'd need to go to the fort before every occasion to buy something new to feel confident in it. Like, I couldn't rewear anything because the pictures or whatever I'd seen videos from the night before, I'd be like, oh no, I can't wear that again. Did you see the state of me? Like, I can't wear that.
Wow.
Wow, Jesus.
So did that have an impact, like, on kind of like with you and Liam, for example? Like, you know, that must have been.
Yeah, he used to get really annoyed. Like, you've got enough in your wardrobe. You've only worn that once. Why can't you wear that? And you've got more than enough clothes. You didn't need to go and buy something new. Why are you always buying something new? And I was just like, because I can't wear it.
Jeez, wow. Okay, I'll pass over to Tommy now, but you pretty much answered Tommy's question already.
I'll try and add on to it. It's fine. But you obviously mentioned you obviously tried Herbalife and some other kind of diets and that kind of stuff. It's quite interesting to see what's the difference between those and how you feel when you was on those compared to how you feel on this kind of program, in terms of, again, a bit more flexibility in terms of not counting macros or taking these shakes. How kind of do you feel energy wise, and again, even kind of like food wise and general life, obviously, with the food?
Yeah, so obviously a massive benefit actually just eating food, and it's not, you're not, don't know how to word it. So you're not under pressure to stick to, like, so with like Herbalife, they basically said like you've got to have a shake in the morning, shake for lunch, and then have a salad for dinner. So that was basically your meal routine to get the best results. So for me, especially doing the shifts and stuff that I do, and even on my days off, having one shake in the morning and then one shake at lunch was not enough to give me the energy I needed for my shifts and to get through it. So I would come home like at 8 o'clock and I would be in my bed by like 8:20. Like, it'd literally be, because I'd be so exhausted, like zero energy, zero, like I didn't have anything from it. Like, some of the shakes, yeah, they tasted all right, but 9 times out of 10 would be pretty minging anyway. And just genuinely no energy. They didn't fill you up. Like, afterwards you were absolutely starving, looking for the next best thing. You were then craving like something sweet, or you felt like you were more drawn to having like a sugary something, because you just needed that energy boost to like get you through. I would also say as well, like with the shakes and things, they're actually really expensive.
Yeah.
Like, they actually financially are a massive like part of your budget if you're going to do them every single day, like twice a day. Because I think, like, if I remember rightly, I can't remember if this is still the same, but I'm sure that when I got mine that would last two weeks or 3 weeks, I'm sure it was like 80-90 pound just for like the 2 weeks, which is a lot, like, in the long run, instead of just having like your normal food shop where you buy that every week, which is £40 a week, like it is for us anyway, like, you know, for the two of us. And it was a massive like financial having to like budget for it.
And nothing substantial, no kind of energy given to you, and kind of
no energy, nothing substantial. You come away feeling hungry, you come away craving something because you weren't full or you needed the energy, and you just generally weren't getting, even like things like my skin would break out because it wasn't getting the right minerals and nutrients that it needed. My hair would fall out. Like, it says that it proves all these things, but you're not getting the natural goodness that you would get from foods, that actually things would be a lot worse, like just generally in your body, as well as like obviously your nutrition.
Yeah, no, it's a massive thing. Again, you obviously want to enjoy food. Obviously, said time and time again, I mean, that you obviously sit down and you enjoy again with the family and friends, and when you go out for meals, and it's just fitting that in. And if you feel like you're constantly having these like two shakes and salads,
shakes, it's not social either. Like, I remember the in-laws coming up to stay, and they were like, oh, we're going to go out for breakfast. I was like, I'll have my shake and just have a coffee. And I remember having my shake like here at the table by myself, and then we all went out for breakfast, and they were all having like normal food, like eggs on toast, and I was sitting being like, I could go that, but I can't have it. Like, something that actually is really good and really nutritional for you. And I had it in my head that I couldn't have that.
Yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
And
And
I
you
sat
just
and had a
feel
coffee and watched them all eat. It's raging.
just torture right in front of you.
Yeah.
This is what you want, you want that.
I've got a quick question on the back of that then. Why didn't you think, like, why did the diets not work for you?
What, all the shakes and stuff?
Everything you've tried.
Everything I've tried didn't work because it's not real food. It's not normal. That's the difference. It's everything I've tried isn't a normal routine. It's not a healthy routine. It's not enjoyable. You can't have a life with it. It's not social. Yeah, it's not normal.
So what was different about this plan then? What was different about this?
This plan is about a lifestyle change and not a diet to start off with. And second of all, it like you taught me how to be able to go out and enjoy. Like I remember the first couple of trainings that we had, and you said, you know, Alisha, you don't have to not go out for dinner. If you want to go out for dinner, go and make sure you enjoy it. But this is how to do the healthier options, and this is how to control your portion size. And I was like, oh, here, I can actually go out and have like a meal out and a couple of drinks, and I know actually how to have the healthier options, and I can then go and enjoy it, and I can enjoy myself and still have a social life. Like I didn't feel like I had to eat here before going out.
Okay, so what, again, going back into the different, like, walk me through the process that we walk you through then, like walk me through the pillars, if you remember the pillars, like how do we get you to where, how do we get you from the being in the hell island to now being in the heaven island where you're totally super confident and like you're all over Facebook and Instagram now, you know?
Oops.
Every day.
Literally.
Yeah, talk me through it, because like you didn't have the confidence 6 months ago.
No, I didn't. I would definitely say that first of all, doing the weekly Zooms with you was really, really good. Brought me out of my shell a wee bit to actually speak to someone new. Brought me out of my shell to actually discuss what my issues were. Like, I think I've cried more on Zoom to you than I have anyone ever in my life. Like, genuinely was ridiculous. Like, I used to come off and I was like, oh my God, he's going to think, oh, it's her again. Like, it's literally like, yeah. And, you know, we actually got to the bottom of, like, what my issues were with food. And we went through, like, I remember the very first call where I was buzzing because I thought I'd had the healthiest breakfast ever and it was absolutely disgusting. And I remember having my low-fat yogurt and my granola and I was dead buzzing. I came on and you said, what do you have for breakfast? I was like, I had my granola and my yogurt. And you went, what? Really? He was like, and you went over the sugars. And from then I think we went through our fridge and cupboards and it was really beneficial just to look at what we'd got and actually what that was doing, like, to my body and the different sugars and stuff. So learning about the sugars was a massive learning curve. And even now when we're having a look at something new in the supermarket, I'll stop and like check the labels. Being able to read the labels and understand what they mean, understanding the difference in the fats, I think was massive as well. Looking at how nutrition, you know, is the main point of like losing weight, and it's not all about exercise and things. Because I was like a 7-day-a-week gymmer that would go, and even after my night shifts I would stress myself out because I had to get to the gym, and even if it was only half an hour I had to make sure I did it. How now I go for a leisurely swim and it's great. It was very much like changing that kind of mindset as well, from you're not going to be fat forever, you can actually do it. You know, it was very much a mindset switch. And there was one of the lessons that we did that I found really, really beneficial was actually looking at how the sugars and things are sometimes masked. Because I remember we drew up a list and it was like one of the breakfast bars that I would have, like my night shifts used to consist of 3 breaks, and on every break I'd have a breakfast bar, and that would give them the energy to go through. And I think when we looked at it, like the amount of sugar that I was having in those 3 99-calorie breakfast bars was actually almost double of what I should have been having in a day. And I was like, got it. That's where I'm going wrong.
Yeah,
like it was literally like a switch, and I'll never forget being like, oh my days. And I remember the first time I did like 4 nights jumping on your program, and I'd changed obviously from my for 4 nights, instead of having, what would I have had? 12 breakfast bars in a week.
Wow.
I had
Wow,
none,
Jesus.
and instead have had fruit. And like, we all know that my weight has gone very much like this the whole way through it, and my body fat has always continued to come down. It's the week where both suddenly dropped because I'd made that huge change, and it was like an epiphany, like, oh my goodness, this stuff that I've been told is so good for me and only 99 calories actually.
Wow. And it's quite funny because that's like on your NHS website, your how much sugar you can should
Yep.
get. I love it. It's on your website.
As if I wrote it,
Awesome.
So you got these amazing results, 14 pounds down, and it sounds like obviously your body confidence and just confidence in general has gone just through the roof. If you could pinpoint one thing like the program that you've learned, kind of the main thing that you've learned from it, what would that be?
I don't know if this is like appropriate for a Facebook Live, but it was one thing that Dan said quite a lot, is just don't be an arsehole.
Yeah.
Like, just don't with the food. Like, that's genuinely, I think we said that every single Zoom that we had the whole for 6 months, every week. Yeah, just don't be an arsehole. And
just be sensible with your eating. And not have to, like, what I mean by that
is overthinking. It is the not overthinking, and don't, like, if you want to go and have a fish and chips for your dinner tonight, Alisha, have your fish and chips, but just have half of it. Like, that rang to me, and I was like, oh, actually, yeah, I can do that. That's pretty easy. And the whole, like, cutting down your portion sizes, we did that, and that was quite easy, and it's made me realise that I was just eating it because it was there. I wasn't eating it because I was hungry. It's just because my plates were huge, so I'd fill the plate instead of actually thinking what I needed or my body needed. And just making, like, with the whole breakfast bar thing, just having a bit of normal fruit instead of buying, like, these bars. Like, it's just been very simple. I would say it's been very, very simple and very, very, well, why didn't you know that already? Like, yeah.
That's a good answer, that one. That's a good answer. That's a brilliant answer, that one.
Sorry. I don't know how else to say it. That's all I've got in my head. That's fine. When I'm standing in the shop, I've got Dan in my head going,
but, you know, what I'm meaning by that is that, like, you know, it's like with these diets, like what you were doing before, you were starving yourself all day so you could go and eat and drink like an arsehole at night. And it's like, you know, I don't really see the point in that. It's like, it should be like Tommy will back me up on this, like, adjust your eating points during the day and you can still go out and have a good evening, but you don't have to all of a sudden, like, binge on a 3-course meal and loads of alcohol. You can cut that back and just still go out and enjoy your meal. Listen, you've not had to count any calories, you've not had to count any points, nothing like that on this plan. Walk me through more of the results. So what, like, measurements and all that kind of stuff, what was the results for you, so that people...
So my body fat, I think the last time I did it, I'm not at my target yet, which I think is a good thing to point out, that this has been, like, very much a roller coaster ride for me, but I've learned so much from it that I know that I'm going to get the results by doing your plan, and no matter how long it takes me, I'm enjoying it as well. I think that's a big thing. I've not felt stressed, I've not felt under pressure, so I'm still on my journey. For me, getting my body fat down and having a figure again, like, I put jeans on for the first time last week and we went for a picnic and they were big. Like, I'm gonna have to order new clothes because everything's too big. Like, for me has been amazing. I treated myself to a new jacket, which is the first bit of clothing I've bought myself since starting your program, and it was 2 sizes down. So like, that for me is massive, absolutely massive. In terms of body fat, I think my body fat is still higher than it should be, but I'm working towards it. I think it was 34% and I'm aiming for that 30%. But every week in my planner, I've got my SMART goal of where I want it to be, and I'm working towards achieving that even still now I'm off the program. My weight, my weight wasn't an issue. Well, it was an issue, but I was focusing more on my body fat because I'm quite, like I was saying before, I'm quite a strong person and my legs are, like, solid. Like, I know that muscle weighs more than fat, and I know that I am quite, I'm not like a beast, but like, you know, I'm quite, yeah, like, I am like quite toned and quite muscly in some areas. So it was always the body fat for me. So that's what I'm carrying on to work towards. In terms of inches, I've no longer got my bingo wings. I no longer have my back boobs, which was a huge issue for me at the start. Back boobs are still kind of there sometimes, but not all the time. So just, yeah, depends what bra I've got on. And then like my back at the bottom, I've not got love handles. I've got a waist again, like just loads of different changes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love what you said about the body fat. I've just invested in, because I was using them in the gym before the body analysis. Yeah, I quite like being able to measure my body fat, and I think that like people watching this tonight, it's probably I prefer going with body fat. I prefer changing physique, changing shape, as opposed to just putting all your eggs into the weight loss basket. Or
because if you are toning up and you're doing things to tone your body up, your muscle is going to weigh more than fat. But as long as you're bringing the fat percentage down, that's when you start to see results, like in body shape and stuff.
Absolutely. Well, what would you say to anybody like watching this just now? Because I'm just about to go into the audience and ask them a kind of question. Like, what would you say to them on the fence watching this tonight?
What's stopping you? Like, what is the one reason that's stopping you doing it? It's not a diet. It's not a PT session or a course. It's not like it's not a program even for Dan. It's a program for you to change your lifestyle and to come out the other side of it feeling like a whole new person. If you had asked me 6 months ago when I started this if I would be doing training for the region and part of my business, if I'd be doing training for them, I wouldn't, but I just jumped off doing training to 200 people on there before coming on here. Like, my confidence, my mindset's changed, just everything, and that's generally just been making simple lifestyle changes rather than a diet. I don't feel stressed about it. I'm not even having to think about it anymore. And I did the 3 months with you, and I think the best thing I ever did was add on the extra 3 months, because the first 3 months was all about the learning and understanding and doing. And then the second lot of 3 months was very much cementing it all. So now this is a lifestyle for me. Like, we have actually got it there. It's actually we have a meal plan that we ordered, and we sit and like put in it what we're having, and we very much do stick to it. And we've broken it down into 5 eating points a day. So you can actually have Liam's results as well, because he's back below his pre-COVID weight.
Wow.
You know, because he's made the changes as well as I had, and it's just been so simple. And yeah, anyone that's sitting on the fence that I don't know if I'm going to do it, I don't know if I can commit to it, then you're only kind of kidding yourself, because, you know, it's your results.
I love what you said about your confidence, and I think like we can talk about your amazing business as well. I think you know, you're a busy nurse and you've got a business as well. You're a business owner as well, and like, I suppose as your business is probably like, if you've got more energy, you've got more confidence, then like going back to the Hell Island, and I speak to people every day, and they're on this Hell Island where it's like their body confidence or their confidence is affecting future prospects for them in their business, their careers.
Yeah.
You know, now you're in front of tell me a bit more about your business then. Let's dive into a bit of that.
So I'm an area manager with the Body Shop at Home. We now have a team of, it's juggled, I think we're up to 10 girls in the team. This month is a record month for us because we've done 2.5k by the 9th. And that is just generally with ongoing training. I congratulate everyone and everything that they do. I am doing Zooms with them every week now, which I didn't do before. I'm literally like, they must get so fed up with the chat, because I'm like, morning every morning. like rather than just being the one that we're going with like updates and stuff, like I'm very much in it, giving them new ideas. I'll very much try them. I've joined like doing that training tonight in front of the region. I think the region has maybe got over 1,000 people in it, I think. And there was lots of people on there watching it. And just being able to give me the confidence to do that. Like if you'd asked me 6 months ago, I would not have done it. I would, yeah. And I was actually the one that put myself forward for doing it. I very much said that I wanted to take part more in the business and do more for the business. And it was myself that pushed to do that. So I don't think that if I felt the way that I feel myself, I would ever have achieved that.
Wow.
It's amazing. That is amazing, yeah.
You know, it's interesting what you say about the kind of, like I watched a little kind of video thing that was quite a motivational thing, and it was this guy doing this chat, and it was brilliant. But what he said was really quite cool. Like body, like look after your body, because then your being will be better. Then you can spend more time with your family, your loved ones. You've got more energy,
yeah,
and then your business is going to thrive from that as well. So your work, you now have energy to go into work. And I know that you were it was really tough for you that first time, but I think you've just went through it now. It's like,
like this one has been a total walk in the park. I've not had to think about it. I've not worried about it. Putting on the smaller size scrubs at work was always a big highlight as well. I was like, bring on the smalls. I can get in them now.
You're like, I'll have small. Just making sure everybody knows.
Literally, I was like, oh, I'm buzzing.
Can you just check what that size is there?
Is that a yellow tag? Really a yellow one?
Oh, brilliant, fantastic. So I'm just having a look at who's all on at the moment. We've got Margaret Hannah as well. So Margaret completed the programme. Friend of yours, Alisha, as well. She's done amazing.
Yeah.
She put a lovely testimonial in. Again, just finished up with the NHS after, I can't remember, 30 odd years or something like that. It was a good bit of service anyway. So well done, Margaret. Congratulations. I was going to say enjoy
your business as well.
I was going to say enjoy your retirement, but I know it's not retiring. That you're not retiring at the moment. In fact, you're pushing the business, the body shop stuff as well. So well done, you. Congratulations, Linda. Howie said hi. Corinne Hunter. You know, this is good, Corinne, as well. Actually, watching this tonight as well, I think that there's definitely similarities in probably where you were, like where Alisha was kind of 6 months ago, with her confidence and doing maybe the crazy workouts in the gym and thinking that putting all the eggs into this exercise basket, when really actually it was all to do with the nutrition, as she's highlighted there as well. So we're not saying exercise isn't good for you, because we'll enjoy that. It's really important as well. But yeah, certainly it's good that you can relate to that as well. Susan Wills, hi everyone. Hi Susan. Corinne's actually then says, who's interviewing who here? I think maybe you took over there, Alisha. I didn't have to say anything.
Knew the questions before we asked them.
That was the part where you took over Tommy's questions.
That's right. Did it on purpose.
Brilliant. William Dunn, he's done the shakes and he totally agrees with you as well. You know, again, I always say that, like, why bother starting something if you're not going to be able to do it forever?
Yeah.
The diets, the diet industry, it's the reason that when people say, well, it worked for me before, well, if it worked for you before, then why are we having the conversation? Like, because if it worked for you, then, well, you wouldn't be...
I think, like, a good comparison for me is I've got a couple of friends that are doing Slimming World, and they were doing Slimming World kind of while I was doing the programme, and they'd say, oh, do you want to go out for lunch? And I'd be like, yeah, grand, like, we'll go out for lunch, that's fine. And we would go and they would sit with the menu and sit with their phone and sit with them and calculating their sins, and I was like, oh no, no.
Not today.
Nah, I was like, I'm having a toasty and I'll just make sure I have half the toasty.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
literally pick any filling. I was like, I'm not that bothered. I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, are you ready to order yet? It was like 20 minutes. We were sitting and they're just calculating the sins and stuff. And I was like,
Wow.
no.
Wow.
And
It's not
that's
right.
the difference. Like, you're not tied down. Like, you're not having to put it into MyFitnessPal or into your sins or whatever Weight Watchers use. Like, you're not having to sit and type it in to see if you can have it. Like, you literally have the knowledge and the evidence based that we learn off you guys in the first couple of weeks to be able to go out and just be like, actually, I know how I'm going to make my better choice here.
Yeah.
I don't think you want that guilty feeling either, and you can have something and you realise you can have that, and
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
again like if you go out for a meal, it's just adjusting those portions here and there during the day, and you know you can still enjoy yourself and not kind of eat to kind of where you're not comfortable. But it's, you don't want to feel guilty after you eat.
Yeah, and like I think a big thing for me as well that I've taken away is that I don't feel guilty now for having like a hot chocolate or a bun if I'm out, or having that wee sweet treat because I'm eating the right foods. I'm not craving it. That's the difference. I'm not craving it. I'm not wanting it. Like we had friends. I'm gonna say over, but they weren't over. COVID times. And we were all kind of meeting outside in the car park, and I was like, well, if I do everyone a coffee, and I was like, and then I can give everyone a bun, and I was like, and I can have one, and I was like, I was actually able to sit and I didn't feel guilty. I really enjoyed it, and I've not craved it. Like, I'm not craving anything, and that's the difference. Like, I know that I'm not going to have that every single day. I know that I don't need it every single day, but actually having it and not feeling guilty for it, not thinking it's a treat as well. Like, you very much changed my mindset from having it as a treat to just having it as one of my eating points was a massive thing for me, because I was like, I don't feel guilty anymore. Like, it's quite a nice feeling. Like, I'm not obviously encouraging everyone to go and have a bun like every day, but having it once a week or whatever and just enjoying it and having it as one of your eating points was like a massive thing, rather than like that guilt that you were saying about or like that, I really shouldn't have had that, or I've got to count all these sins and that's my sins for the next 3 days, and I've got to starve myself now for the next 3 days to counteract the sins. And
wow, it's interesting. It's interesting you say that, because I think the problem with these plans is that they don't have an exit strategy.
Yeah.
So you don't learn how to actually fix and solve the problems that you've got. Now you've learned what's good for your body and what's the right nutrients and what works for Alisha.
Yeah.
And you know how to make the better choices. You know how to read and understand labels. You know about carbohydrates. You've actually, and all that stuff is on the NHS website as well, to back it up. I do refer to it quite a lot. I use the email plate on the NHS. All our guidance is really from the scientists.
The best thing about it is that I didn't have to give up tea.
Yeah, you don't have to really give up anything. You just have to eat.
I know all these mad diets and that tell you you can only have 1 cup of tea a day or buy their tea, and it's not as good as a good Yorkshire brew. Like,
there's the secret to success is eliminating the bad foods and introducing more healthy foods, and that's optimum nutrition. And in essence, really, it's you don't have to overcomplicate them. And people come off this plan and their friends are like, so what did you do? Like, what was your secret? And you're like, mate, I just ate healthy.
Do you know what I actually say when people ask me what I did? I go, I ate 5 times a day.
Yeah,
that's literally what I say, and I'm like,
5 times a day. That's it. Yeah, exactly, and got amazing results, and never have to count calories, points, make crazy recipes, and just normal food that you can enjoy. So, Corinne's loving this. Avril said, well said, normal food, not a diet, and now she's 18 pounds down. This is so much simpler than any diet I've ever followed. Well done, lovely. It's a life changer. Well done, Avril. Great work as well. Amazing. Yeah, that's 18 pounds in 9 weeks as well for Avril. So
that's really good.
Wow, amazing. Good job, David Cornerty. Well done. David's on the program just now. Tommy, maybe where is he at weight wise? Like, I mean, it's like
he's well over 10 kgs. He's about 22 pounds, 23 pounds. Catch up in the morning.
Fantastic. Corinne, well done, hon. Amazing. Avril, cheers. Thanks. Linda, how do you measure your body fat? Okay. Well, I mean, you can get scales, I just put a set of Withings scales that, again, it's not going to be 100% accurate. I didn't put all my eggs into the body fats as well, but it is quite a good guide. Obviously, I do measure my weight as well, so I've done my weight this morning. I'm on a mission. I've got a triathlon in 12 weeks' time, if you didn't already know. Know that I've not mentioned it about like a million times.
Never.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it's coming up. But yeah, I got a set of Withing scales. You can get scales. I can drop you a message to some, because you got a set, Alicia, didn't you?
Yeah, I've just got the Fitbit ones because they link with my Fitbit.
Yeah.
So all the results are on the same thing.
I got Withings because the Withings links with the Trainer Eyes app, but then so does Fitbit as well. So
yeah, Fitbit, it linked to it straight away.
Yeah,
so it was easy.
So like I get your results on the
I think you got everything from like my steps to my sleep to everything.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Here we go. Amanda Evans.
That's another thing as well. My sleep has improved like massively.
100%. Yeah. When you exercise and eat the right foods, it's a no-brainer. You know.
Yeah, I think it was 11 hours 5 minutes last night.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow, jeez. It's it's good for you. Sleep's excellent for you. So
yeah. Remember I messaged you to be like, I think I'm sleeping too much, and you said no, sleep burns fat, and I was like, no bother, I'm on it.
When your body will burn fat when it's under less stress. So when it's under more stress, it'll burn less fat. You know, you'll actually burn more fat when you're less stressed. So yeah, you'll burn when you'll also recover quicker. Then you'll be able to then perform better as well. So it's a no-brainer. Amanda Evans, you're very motivational. You make it sound simple, and like you, Richie's really enjoying the journey as well. So Amanda's doing brilliant just now on the plan as well. Corinne, she's woo. We're really on it today. Like, here we go. Don Watson as well. I would never have thought that eating normal food throughout the day, apart from my 2 bacon rolls on Sunday, Tommy, I think you told her off for that. At regular intervals would get me to where I am now. I'm in tight tops, into a size 8-10 from a 14, more body confident, and no handbags to hide the stomach. So happy for you, Alisha. Well done. So Dawn, like yourself, invested in herself as well. She's been on the program more than 6 months, and yeah, she went from, I think we're down to the lightest weight she's been since like 1994 or something like that. So, you know, amazing. Like yourself, she likes the exercise. And you know, maybe a crazy mad exerciser like yourself, Alisha. Sorry, Dom, but yeah, you know, I get that. Like, people come into this plan and maybe they are doing. Some people aren't doing enough exercise, which is cool because you don't need to exercise to get the results. In fact, we've got clients on this plan right now that are losing weight just walking, so you don't have to exercise. We'll gradually build you up, so it's not a big deal, because we know that it's the nutrition that's really going to make the biggest difference. So for Dawn, she was doing all the exercise, yet her body fat percentage or her weight was still up. So it didn't matter how much exercise she'd done, she never got the results. Like yourself, Alisha, you made that change, that switch, knowing it's the nutrition. Wow, that's amazing, Dawn. Well done, Karine. Geez, we're getting quite a lot of interaction tonight. Like, Alisha, like, you're like, this is definitely like being on the this is the new Oprah Winfrey show, you know. Maybe I should be Michael McIntyre or something like that. Maybe I'm a bit of a comedian. Liz, Tommy, you just laughing at me. Thanks, Tommy. Where's the backup?
Was I supposed to say so?
Brilliant. We've got Liz White as well. I mean, yeah, she's into year 8 following the plan. Like, how about that? 8 years from a size 20, 22 down to a size 10. Lifestyle change. No going back, Alisha. You've learned a lesson for life and looking great. Well done. Congratulations. And yeah,
thanks.
Amazing. And Liz, you too, like, keep working hard at the lifestyle choices. Amazing. Corinne, well done. Amazing, Liz. Congratulations. Corinne, oh my goodness. The guilt is horrendous, isn't it? Completely I can't even say that word. Yeah.
You gave it a good go.
Yeah, deliberating maybe, or dehibernating. Yeah,
I'm not even going to help you with that one.
Deliberated.
Sorry,
Deliberated.
it's maybe a bit too big a word for me today. Corinne, I like to keep things pretty simple. Simple works the best. It feels so good to finally have peace of mind and freedom. Yeah, definitely is having that peace of mind and freedom, Corinne, for sure. Diane, right, do you eat lots of salads? I don't like them.
I replied to that one.
Great, wow, geez, Alisha, you're on fire already. Like, you know, I can say 100% you never ate a salad. Wow, there you go. Great, brilliant, fantastic. Liz is having a laugh because it took me 39 minutes to mention Iron Man there.
That's funny.
Billy Grace, superb, Alisha, well done, Team NRG. Now you've got the energy to go. Billy, again, he's come back for the second round.
I definitely think the second round is good because it cements it all, like it definitely did for me.
Yeah.
Like definitely just cemented it all and took it from that learning curve to some, like it definitely cemented it and made it the lifestyle change rather than the learning of it. Definitely.
You can do it forever though. Like, you know, it's like never stop investing in yourself, you know. I'm just saying, it's like, you know, listen, we invest in cars, right? And you have to get your car serviced every year. You know, you probably add up your insurance. I mean, how much does your car probably cost you per annum and petrol? And, you know, we spend on cars, we spend on houses, we spend on summer houses.
Jeez.
You know,
studios.
But ultimately, like, you know, but then people like are happy and willing and to neglect their health, their body confidence, their energy levels, their one body, their one house they're going to have for the rest of their life. Like, what's wrong with these people?
Oh Jesus!
It's true. It's true. Yeah. You know. Don't stop investing in your health. Like, I just recently invested in a triathlon coach, and you know what? I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm mentioning it. In fact, I've just employed the top triathlete coach in Scotland. Yeah, she was voted twice top triathlon coach 2 years in a row. You know, I'm not afraid to invest in myself, in my health, in my house, into my family, into my everything. Don't stop at your. But like all the priorities, what do you think should be number one?
Yourself.
Yeah, 100%. Because without that, Alisha, then how can you then do? If you weren't well, then you wouldn't be able to do your job. You wouldn't be able to do your business. So you wouldn't be able to have anything. You wouldn't be able to have a car, a house, because you're ill. Yeah, I'm having
health is your wealth.
Yeah, he's way in a tangent now. Yeah. Like
I am on a tangent. Like I'm on a tangent tonight. You've got me fired. It's true though. It's true. Your health is your wealth. It's like you can. Listen, you can replace your car if it breaks down. You can get a new one, or you can get it repaired. You know, people will spend money on getting their car repaired, no problems. But don't ask them to invest in their health, and they're like, oh no, you know, like holidays and all the crap that we buy in our lives. Now we've realised going into the pandemic. Listen, what's number one? They've locked the whole country down for health, the whole economy. Because without our health, we don't have an economy. It's health number one. Make it a priority, and yeah, stop dilly-dallying and get the momentum going and go for it. Yeah, there we go. So,
take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
On that note, like if you want to know more about the program and you want to have a chat with myself, comment hire me below in the page, and we can arrange a chat that me and Alisha had 6 months ago. I don't feel bad about getting Alisha on the plan because I know that I've changed her life. And it's helped her body confidence, her energy levels, her job, her business. Everything's so much better for her now, having made that leap of faith. And she tried all this crazy stuff, probably spent thousands upon thousands on that stuff, like, you know, counting points and calories and sins and tablets. And yeah, and it's actually not that difficult to fix it. So we got on a call, me and Alisha, we had a blether. we had a chat. We dived into her problems, diagnosed where she was going wrong, and then we created a game plan that she's worked towards, followed by the book, got the result. So comment hire me below, and we can have that call, and we can have that straight talk. And listen, if we can have that chat, whether I can help you or not, we can take it from there. We can have that chat and have that pleasure. Anyway, that's my rant. Oh my God, Dan, we know you're doing triathlon. There's Billy. Yeah, I mean, Billy, you've done amazing as well. Again, you're kind of stepping on to the next phase of your journey, and you're losing more weight as well. Any other questions? Anybody got any other questions? Any other questions? Anybody? Can you see any other ones in there, Alisha?
No, I think that's us.
Yeah, sometimes I get off the calls and then I'm like, I forget to. One more question, Alisha. What advice would you just a surprise question? What advice would you give to your younger self?
Stop eating crap.
Come on, the plan. I thought you were going to say.
Stop eating crap and stop buying into all the adverts that tell me it's 99 calories and it might be 99 calories, but it's really, really high in sugar.
Yeah.
And just eat some fruit.
That's it. Yeah. And it's when people say, but the bars are handy, but then so's an apple, a banana, or an orange.
Yeah, when I go out now, I always have an apple in my bag, and I always have a banana kicking around, and my bottle of water, and off I go.
Easy.
Again, it's probably cheaper as well.
Yeah. I mean, you can buy bananas walk fly for £1.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's not rocket science.
Yeah, definitely. I'd say probably a question a leaving question for anyone that is watching. I would probably say, what's stopping you? That's probably my only question. What is it that's actually physically stopping you from doing the program?
Yeah, what's holding? And 9 times out of 10,
holding you back?
It's probably themselves.
Yeah.
That is literally the answer that I was probably going to say. Will be the most popular. It'll be you from stopping yourself making that change.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. Now your life's changed forever, Alisha. That's it. You've got the NRG. Woo!
Yeah, I want a t-shirt.
Oh well, I'll get that sent out to you. Send me your address. I'll get that. Yeah, you can get your
amazing.
t-shirt.
I'm doing well for branded tops. I've got my body shop one on today.
Get that in there. Didn't forget that as well. By the way, Alisha does body shop. Yeah, put your link in put your link inside the.
Yeah, we'll do.
Inside there tonight, and if anybody wants to hit up with Alisha, and certainly we're all shopping online nowadays, and it's a great way to expand.
Lots of discounts, lots of games for freebies, and all personally wrapped and gift wrapped, especially for Mother's Day coming up as well.
To be fair, Alicia's on Facebook more than me, and that's
yeah.
And
when I'm on night shift, I'm on it.
Yeah, I'm pretty consistent as well with that. So no, well done, Alisha. Amazing. Lovely to have you on tonight, and yeah, just keep the momentum going and go for it. And we're here. Stay engaged in the Academy page, which we're in. This is where this is in tonight. The Academy page. Yeah, and as you can see, this page is growing pretty rapid at the moment as well. So there's 100 new people coming into this group every week at the moment. Yeah, so
there's a couple of people messaged me this morning. I've added them in, so hopefully.
Yeah, I've got them in. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. And we're doing some live training and stuff like that in here as well. There's we gave away a free document last week, so people watching this, how to lose the first £15, the 7 key steps. We've got a big event coming up. I'm going to drop it in, and I am going to be. I've got already. I'm just going to be launching it, so I'm giving a quick sneak. We're going to be doing a presentation on hormones and all that kind of stuff on the 25th.
Stress hormone.
The 25th of March. So keep that in your diary, guys. There'll be more information getting leaked into the page over the coming weeks. Great job.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Excellent. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.
See you later.
Have a good
evening.
Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.